Raiders fans, it looks very grim in Las Vegas. If you look at the roster, there are 3 superstars in Crosby, Bowers, and Colton Miller, and possibly Ashton Genty. But we have to infuse this team with talent. So we may have to do some things that will hurt at first, but will help us next year and make us perennial Super Bowl contenders. We've got to get another tackle to protect whatever quarterback we bring in. We need help at wide receiver. We need help on the defensive line at the linebacker position and in the defensive backfield. If we can do those things, we're going to turn the Las Vegas Raiders into Super Bowl winners.
Why they be down the boy? Tell them it's part of the plan. I'm just the underdog feeding them slaps. The game's in the palm of my hand. Whoa, they want me to fail. This is personal. They sleeping on me. This is perjury. You make it nobody else heard of you. Tell them that the pregnant be for the surgery. Killing it. They ain't gotta gas me up. Do it myself. I'm drilling it. How many times did they pass me up? I'm cool. Can walk on my shoes. I'm kicking it. Wanna jump in 'cause they see that it's working. Grow from the L's. They see wins on the surface. Flaunting my wins. I do it on purpose. Playing with you till you down to the circus.
So before everybody turns this off, what you're about to see is going to be a little shocking. Let me walk you through it first. Brock Bowers is the very best young tight end in the league. He is a force to be reckoned with. Let me give you my rationale of trading Brock Bowers. He is at a position that the NFL does not deem as important as quarterback, defensive end, defensive tackle, wide receiver, cornerback, and offensive line. Is he phenomenal? And is he going to be a Hall of Famer one day? Maybe. But do we need to get more talent on this team? Absolutely. We have to. So how best to do that? The team that has a Super Bowl window right now with an older Matt Stafford. And check this out. By making this trade with the Rams, they have 2 first-round picks this upcoming year. So we would take one of their 2 first-round picks, their second-round pick, and then their second-round pick the following year, when we very well could possibly go after Julian Sand, Raiola, one of those type quarterbacks. And we'll need extra picks to help us maybe to get up to where we need to get up to get one of those quarterbacks if we don't get one this year. I contacted 2 of my friends who are trading experts, if you will, and 2 first-round picks was perfectly logical. But what I'm going to do is a first-round pick and 2 seconds. And if you'll just have faith in me, I'll show you what I can do with those 2 seconds. Done deal. Brock Bowers is now an LA Ram. I didn't want to show you this, guys, but our starting quarterback is Kyle McCord out of Syracuse. He is a rookie. Ashton Genty, the gem, at 84. Lockett at 76. We've got Thornton Jr. up to a 70 now. And then Beck, the second-round pick out of TCU, is a 76. Michael Mayer at 73. He is our new tight end. Grant, a tackle. I don't have high hopes, but, we'll see. We have Powers Johnson, who's secretly kind of good at a 78. Meredith is actually not secretly, he's just bad at a 73. And in a minor trade, I traded our top receiver and somebody else, and the Jets were so overjoyed to get our top receiver that they gave me their backup right guard in Joe Tippmann. And Tippmann is in his 2nd season, I think, but he's a 79, so if he can develop, that would be great. And then, of course, Colton Miller at a 92. The defense doesn't look much better. Max Crosby, of course, 97, is a beast. White, at one time, was a phenomenal linebacker. Now he's a 72 overall, over-the-hill linebacker. We've got Roberts in there at 77. I think he's a free agent. And then the bust in Wilson from Texas Tech at a 74 overall. He looks half asleep. At DT1, we put in both rookies, Hemingway and Puigs at 71 and 67. But it's not like we're hiding 85s or even 80s on the bench or anything. And then low 2 is a 71 and is our third D tackle. Stokes is our number 1 defensive back. Hopefully Porter turns into something. He's 75. I believe I picked up Quandre Diggs as a 77 overall. And then Johnson Jr. as a 73 overall free safety. It's the end of the season. The Ravens have beaten the 49ers 34-27. As you guys can imagine, we did not finish in first place. We actually finished dead last. But let's check out some stats. So Kyle McCord, he's not part of our future. Thankfully so. No offense to the McCord family. But he threw 12 touchdowns and 19 picks this season. Was sacked 54 times. Ashton Jeanty had an epic season with 1,345 yards and 7 TDs. Michael Mayer was our top pass catcher with 57 receptions, 634 yards, and 3 TDs. Tyler Lockett had 42 catches, and Deontay Thornton had 35 catches and 478 yards and 2 TDs out of the slot. On defense, Landon Roberts, 148 tackles. Jamal Adams at one time, he was a stud. Well, those days are gone, but he did have 136 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks. Quandre Diggs, 103 tackles. And Max Crosby with 100 tackles, 18 tackles for loss, and 11.5 sacks. Darian Porter, also a rookie out of Iowa State, 6'3", 195, had 96 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and no picks. Hemingway, another rookie, started at defensive tackle for us, had 12 tackles for loss, and 7 sacks. Tyree Wilson had 9 tackles for loss and 6 sacks. And then Puigs was also a rookie who started at defensive tackle and had 9 tackles for loss. We didn't have too many picks, but Quandre Diggs had 2 picks for us. So we have holes absolutely everywhere, guys. Everybody that was either starting or a backup was a free agent, and they were so terrible that I didn't bring any of them back. I desperately tried to give a boatload of money. I don't even want to tell you guys how much I offered Taylor Moton for 1 year, and he turned us down for less money to go play with the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know if you guys remember, we had tons of cap room, and we have 4.71 million left. But before you turn the video off, know that most of my signings were 1-year contracts, other than Devin Bush, because he's an 85 overall 28-year-old. I signed Quentin Lake to an absurd 1-year deal, but we had the money. Reggie Gilliam, why do you need a fullback? You don't really. But if it's 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line, it's kind of nice to have a fullback. Chidobe Awuzie, I gave way too much money to as well. But again, we had the money, and it was a 1-year deal, and he's automatically our best cornerback. We signed Ardarius Washington, all 5'8", 176 pounds of him. We gave him a haul to come fill a roster spot for us. Maybe our biggest get was Colton McKivitz, who was a right tackle for many years with the 49ers. He was a free agent, we have no center on our roster, and we're kind of maybe developing our right tackle, who's a 74 overall, but I just don't know if he's going to make it. But we're going to give him a shot, and we have no center. Moving McKivitz over to center, he, I think, lost 1 overall, so he's still an 80. I signed James Conner to be a mentor. DeAndre Hopkins, I signed him to be a mentor. Welcome to the NFL draft. The first pick is supposed to be Ruben Bain Jr. I truly believe he is a top 5 pick, but I believe that this first round and the early second round is littered with very good players at different positions that we need desperately. And to pick a player like Ruben Bain, who is not generational from what I've seen, we need to look out there and see what other teams are willing to give us. So let's see what we can get. I'm not moving back to 15. I'm not moving back to 8. I might move back to 4. Wow, just moving down 1. I'd pick up a second round pick from the Jets. I will move back 1 pick in this year's draft to pick up the Jets 2026 second round pick. Fernando Mendoza. They wanted their guy, and they knew that us in need of a quarterback could go after Fernando Mendoza. I've had Fernando Mendoza in previous rebuilds, and I think we've just got so many other needs right now. You know who would trade me 2 seconds easily is New Orleans, because they are desperate for a quarterback. See, quarterback is their second biggest need. Since their second is so high, just moving from 2 to 4, think I could get a second easily, but I'll ask for a third just to be as fair as I can be. Done deal. And they do go Dante Moore, quarterback from Oregon, who is arguably the number 1 quarterback in the draft. Ruben Bain Jr. goes to the Bears. So he almost fell to us, but I don't know if we would have even picked him. We have a guy, and we're going to pick him now. Peter Woods, 6'3", 315, power rusher out of Clemson. Before the season started this year, most people had him as possibly the first overall pick. Look at his combine and his college pro days. Look at how strong he is. Peter Woods, welcome to the Las Vegas Raiders. A-, number 5 in true value. We drafted him at 4. Hidden Dev, 94 strength, 75 speed, 81 jumping, and he's 21 years old. Okay, at this point, we're going to have to play a little bit of the waiting game, but I have my eye on one of the tackles. Okay, let's see how many seconds we have. Oh my gosh, we have 4 seconds. Let's see if we can jump back into the first round. Okay, so it took 2 seconds this year, a third this year, and a fourth next year to jump back into the back end of the first round. Now let's just hope that a tackle falls to us. I just have a love for this man right here, Caden Proctor. You know, at the beginning of the year, he was supposed to be the top tackle off the board, and his play has been inconsistent this year at Alabama. But the guy is 6'7", 365. He's 21 years old. Look at his bench press reps. I love strong offensive linemen. For anybody who's watched my Madden Draft to Success or whatever I called it, I love offensive linemen with strong bench. Because when you're strong, you're just going to manhandle pass rushers. You're going to manhandle big, heavy guys that are trying to push you around. He finished 4th in the vertical jump, 4th in the broad jump at his college pro day, 4th in the 3-cone drill, and then 2nd at the NFL Combine and his College Pro Day in the 20-yard shuttle. So he has solid acceleration, elite agility, elite change of direction, good jumping, good speed, and elite strength. And then look at those skills. All A's and B's. Caden Proctor, welcome to formerly the Oakland Raiders, now the Las Vegas Raiders. You will be playing right tackle for us. A-plus pick, ranked 12th in true value, and we drafted him at 18. Hidden Dev, 97 strength. Lenoris Sellers goes to the Rams. Philadelphia, Jeremiah Love finally goes off the board. And now the Raiders are on the clock. We did fill our will position, but we have no Mike linebacker. And we don't want just a Mike linebacker. We want the best Mike linebacker. Let me introduce you to 21-year-old Anthony Hill Jr. from Texas. He runs a 4.4140 at the Mike position. He did 27 bench press reps, which was second. He finished first in the vertical, first in the broad jump on his College Pro Day, third at the Combine, first in the 3-cone drill, first in the 20-yard shuttle at the NFL Combine. And take a look at his ratings. Elite, 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 and elite. Those are hard to come by, guys. Anthony Hill Jr., welcome to Las Vegas. He's a smart guy. He is tough as nails. Anthony Hill Jr., A+, was ranked number 9 in true value, and we got him at 27. Hidden Dev, baby. 93 acceleration, 92 speed, 88 agility, 6'3", 238. The Raiders are on the clock. Let me look at Arvell Reese to see if he truly could play the edge. It says 6'4", 248-pound run stopper, and it clearly has him at the Mike position. I just don't know if I would want to put someone that's 6'4", 248 on the edge. How about Cassius Howe? See, he's 6'4", 249, and he's a speed rusher. So he's the same size. Wow, it has elite, 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 and great speed. Carnell Tate is tempting, but I also love Makai Lemon. Wow, he didn't do his Combine or his Pro Day. Okay, so this guy right here, Mateo Uiagalelei from Oregon, 6'5", 272, was mocked to go 3rd overall to the Bears, and he's fallen to the 2nd round. Loves to utilize a spin as a counter move, has a swift arm over move in his arsenal. He's super strong. He's got decent speed, 4.68. He can jump out of the gym, 40-inch vertical, so elite acceleration. And what that means for an edge rusher is he gets out of his stance so quickly, like elite acceleration. So the tackles, sometimes they just blow by the tackles. I hate the tackle F and hit power F, but the guy that was mocked to go 3rd overall in the 1st round, and we need an edge rusher, I'm drafting, and I'll learn how to say your name, Uiagalelei. Welcome to Las Vegas. Thank you, teams, for leaving him on the board. I guess everybody in Las Vegas seems to be happy. Come on, tell me he's great. Ooh, he was ranked 59th in true value, B-. Hidden Dev, baby. Look at all those 80s, man. 85 strength, 83 speed, 88 acceleration, 93 jumping, 83 agility, 83 change of direction. So the Bears are on the clock. I think we've got to jump up to the Bears slot to secure Makai Lemon. What will it take? A 6th and a 7th? Done deal. So let's make our selection, and we will take the best wide receiver still in the draft, and by some scouts' opinions, the best wide receiver in the draft. Makai Lemon, Welcome to Las Vegas. He was ranked 23rd in true value, and we got him at 35. So he was a good pick. 90 speed. That's fast enough. And hidden dev, man. That's key, man. Let's view the draft board to see who is left. What does Carson Beck look like? Poor acceleration, good agility, solid change of direction, great jumping, throw power, great. A break sack, A medium accuracy, B play action, B short accuracy, B under pressure. I was going to wait till next year to get our quarterback, but should we move up and get him now? Oh, and Nussmeier's there too. So Beck has better medium throw accuracy. Nussmeier has better deep throw accuracy. Beck has better throw on the run. Beck has better throw under pressure. Better break sack, better play action. Okay, let me just look at Nussmeier real quick. Elite throw power. So he definitely has the cannon of the arm, but there's things that he can't do that Carson Beck can do. The only thing Nussmeier does better is deep accuracy. I think we've got to go up and get Carson Beck. Bears, we'll give you a deal. We'll give you all 3 of our force and a second. So that is an overpay. Done deal. Let's make our selection. Where's he at? Carson Beck, 35th best prospect. Welcome to Las Vegas, Carson Beck. 130th in true value. Pinpoint accurate on intermediate throws. Unfazed by pressure. Excels on quick throws. Normal dev. Oh my gosh. 92 throw power. That's a lot better than I thought. Oh my goodness. That strong safety as well as the best tight end in the draft is still there in Sadiq. He's 21. He's 6'3", 250, but he's considered a vertical threat. A deep route, A short route, A to C medium route. Kenyon Sadiq. Who would have thought he was going to be there? The first pick in the 3rd round. Ranked 42nd in true value. That's great, man. 84 speed for a tight end. Hidden dev, too. And Meyer's not going anywhere because I like to have 2 tight end sets. Let's see how we did, guys. Look at that. Peter Woods, 79. Caden Proctor, a 77. Anthony Hill Jr., a 78. Yeah, I have no idea why he was mocked to go 3rd overall. I would have never drafted him if I would have known, obviously, that he was going to be that bad. Makai Lemon, 76. That's a great starting point. Carson Beck, 70. Sadiq, a 74. Let's see how we did compared to the rest of the NFL. So we knew Caleb Downs was going to be generational. Jeremiah Love, that's just the rich getting richer, man. And Bain, you knew he was going to be really good. I just didn't see generational, and he's not generational, but 80 is a good start. But we got Woods at 79, Tyson 79, Parker 79, Coy. There are some good halfbacks in here, man. So we are through 6 weeks of season 2. We are 2-4. We are first in passing yards, but we're one of the worst in offensive points per game. As you can see there, Carson Beck is leading in passing yards, and Mason Crosby is a manster, half man, half monster. He's got 10 sacks and 5 tackles for loss. Carson Beck he's thrown for 1,800 yards in 6 games. He does have 12 touchdown passes, but he has 7 picks. He has been sacked 21 times as well. Ashton Genty is having a horrible sophomore year. Absolutely horrible. And for some reason, they're allowing Carson Beck, or maybe he's being flushed out of the pocket so much that he's rushed half as many times as Ashton Genty, which is just ridiculous. Jack Beck out of TCU has 39 catches on the season, but nothing, too special. So Anthony Hill Jr. as a rookie, is leading our team with 53 tackles, which is pretty amazing. Darrynton Porter is in his second year and he has 51 tackles. And look at Peter Woods, 7 tackles for loss. That is phenomenal. Max Crosby has 10.5 sacks. Agalele, our rookie out of Oregon, has 5 sacks, but we just don't have a complete team. We really have no great or even good cornerbacks. We're going to play this game at Denver to see, what it's like to play with these guys. So we are at Empower Field at Mile High. We have every tight end we've got in the game right now. And that is a safety. Oh, there's Sadiq. We get him the ball. Makai Lemon, wide open. The juke stick. So the ball on the 13-yard line. And there goes Genty for his first touchdown. Carson Beck doing a nice job so far. Ashton Genty. Oh, is so close to getting into the end zone. So finally they call the stretch play when the ball is at the 1-yard line. Just the perfect time to call it. And good job by Genty to not try to go wide and just to cut it in and to take the touchdown. Oh, Genty picks up about 15 yards on that play. Nice move by Genty. Good blocking, and it's a play action. Sadiq with the catch, and he just shoves off 21. Oh, nice move by Genty. Well, that's 3 TDs right there, guys. Oh, yes, Genty to the 30, the 20. The 10, the 5, touchdown. That should be well over 100 yards for Ashton Genty. He is a beast, folks. Oh, nice catch by Sadiq. And he gets in for a touchdown. So we should have at least 1 dev upgrade here. And my fear is it's not going to be a dev upgrade for Sadiq, but just extra XP points. But we will soon find out. Ashton Genty now has X Factor. He's earned 10,000 XP. We are live at Allegiant Stadium. Dante Thornton will get a dev upgrade if we can get him 4 catches for 100 yards. Oh, Thornton, baby. Thornton, touchdown! They played press coverage, one of the worst defensive teams in the league. So back at their own 30-yard line, the Raiders will start out. Ashton Genty. Oh, he cuts, but he doesn't fake out whoever number 2 is. Oh, Thornton comes down with it, and that's 1st and goal. 4 catches for 90 yards or something like that. Man in motion. Oh, and he just got it to Thornton. Beck did. I think that's 100 yards. Lemon catches it and runs for an additional 10 yards or so. Sadiq with the catch. So Kenyon Sadiq proving to be ever the great tight end that they thought he would be. Did he go out of bounds? Are they going to review it? Or did Sadiq just go for about a 70-yard touchdown? Play action. Oh, did I just throw it to DeAndre Hopkins? Oh, Justin Herbert is now able to relax. The Raiders were able to make a 17-point comeback in the last 2 minutes. Well, Thornton better have gone up in development. He now has superstar development. We are at the end of season 2. We finished at 4-13. Now, he didn't have a perfect rookie season. He did throw 17 picks along with 34 TDs. He was sacked 55 times, which is quite a bit. He did throw for close to 5,000 yards passing. Ashton Genty didn't run near enough with only 152 carries. He did have close to 800 yards and 5.2 yards per carry and 13 TDs. We need to consider going to a different offense. One that I considered was maybe switching to the 49ers offense. But I think the thing that will suffer if we go to an offense like the 49er offense is we won't have 2 guys with 96 and 95 catches, and we definitely won't have a third guy with 74 catches with 1,150 yards. So we kind of have to decide, what are we gonna have Genty run it more and these guys just catch the ball less. Makai Lemon obviously had a phenomenal rookie year, 96 catches, 1,288 yards, 12 touchdown receptions. And there was a development with Dante Thornton, which was huge. He was able to go up from star to superstar. Sadiq went up from star to superstar. I'll go ahead and just show you this now. Beck, he threw for 5,000 yards, so you would think that would get him a dev trait, right? He stayed at normal development. So he's a 79 overall without morale. So we have to ask the question, is he our quarterback moving forward? Because if we were to draft a Rayola or a Julian Sayin, is he going to start at a 79? So Anthony Hill, he had a phenomenal season with 145 tackles at the Mike position. He was not scared at all. He had, along with 145 tackles, he had 4 tackles for loss and 2 picks, 9 deflections. Darrynton Porter was a rookie when we took over the team, and he actually had a dev trait increase for doing nothing but just playing well. 118 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 sack, and 2 picks. Very good season. Tackles for loss, there is our rookie gem of a player in Peter Woods, 8.5 sacks and 81 tackles. And then, of course, Max Crosby was this close to being the defensive player of the year with 85 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, and 20 sacks. Somebody that I was surprised, he was our first pick of the second round that was supposed to be the 3rd overall pick in the last mock draft, and he fell all the way to the beginning of the second round. Well, he had 8 sacks, 8 tackles for loss, and 69 tackles. But then you look at his dev, he's got star development, and he's only a 76. And what did he start out as? Like a 72, 73? So he did that all season. Can you expect him to do that as a 76 all season next year? I don't think he's going to put up these kind of numbers next year. And we did increase our picks this year, which was good, but a big part of that was Anthony Hill, who was our rookie, and then Darrynton Porter, the star to superstar cornerback that we got. Jordan Tyson is a fellow rookie with Makai Lemon, and he got Offensive Player of the Year. He had a ridiculous rookie year. Max Crosby did win Defensive Player of the Year, so I was wrong in that. I thought he finished second, but he did finish first. And as you can see, Tyson won the Offensive Rookie of the Year, and that's effectively what killed Makai Lemon's chance to go up to superstar development. And then we even had Sadiq here that finished 7th. Carson Beck finished 4th. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Peter Woods. Here's the playoff bracket. The 6-seed Broncos will face the 4-seed Eagles. I did want you guys to see that I thought Marcus Allen had retired over 25 years ago at least, and apparently not. He's moved from running back to cornerback and is still playing in the league at 73 years old. The great USC running back, right? Congratulations to him. Carson Beck, as a rookie last year, threw for 5,000 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 17 INTs. That's pretty much the trajectory of a rookie quarterback. Usually in that second to third year, they start turning that TD to INT ratio around pretty dramatically. Carson Beck is a good quarterback, but he's 25. He's a 78, which is pretty good and probably just as good or better than anything we can get in the draft. But I feel like we need a Raiola or a Julian Sayin, a really transcendental quarterback, a quarterback that can truly take us to that top level. I've tried to make it overly fair to pick up the Cardinals' 5th pick in this draft. Let me show you real quick the Cardinals' quarterback room. They have a 74 overall, 30-year-old Kyler Murray. They desperately need a quarterback of the future. I could have probably gone without the 2nd and the 4th, and they still would have done it. But I wanted to make it more than fair. All right, guys, here is the year 2 draft for the Las Vegas Raiders. So we'll skip ahead, and the Saints pick Stewart, a defensive or rush edge. So Sayin is supposed to go in the top 5. Raiola is in the last mock draft, was not even selected to go in the first round. Now, in my opinion, is that the reason why is not based on talent, but it's based on that every single team except for the Cardinals, who we just traded Carson Beck to, had their quarterback. And so Sayin was supposed to go to the Cardinals, and Raiola was just supposed to drop, out of the first round. But let's take a look. So awareness, Raiola has A awareness to Sayin's B. Short throw accuracy is the same. Medium throw accuracy is amazing and the same. Deep throw accuracy is the only thing that Sayin has over Raiola. The throw on the run is the same. Throw under pressure, Raiola actually is an A to Sayin's B. Break sack is the same. Play action is the same. And carries is actually B to for Raiola to Sayin's D. And when you look at the player card of Sayin, he didn't really tear up the combine. And you look at throw power, and it's good. Not great, but good. And he really did about as bad as you can do at the combine, but he's still considered an elite talent. Raiola, I can't say he did a ton better, but he did do better. And look at his throw power to the bottom left. It's elite. That means that he can air it out. And everything looks pretty much the same. So even though his deep accuracy is a B, his arm strength is elite. So in my opinion, Raiola is the guy. So with this first pick, I want to go with who I consider a generational wide receiver. Look at Jeremiah Smith from Ohio State. 6'3", 223. He ran a 4.35. Jeremiah Smith, welcome to Oakland. To Las Vegas. But that's a shout out to you, Oakland faithful. Jeremiah Smith has a chance to be a generational wide receiver. I truly believe that. Those are some sick numbers. He's number 1 in true value, and we drafted him at 2. Hidden dev. 95 speed, 96 acceleration, 97 jumping, 95 agility. Let's go ahead and skip ahead in the draft. Colin Simmons from Texas, who we would have loved to have, but it was going to be a steep price to pay to get up to 3. The Dolphins take the best tackle in the draft And believe me, I scouted him and he looks phenomenal. Jordan Seaton. So who we want at this point is most likely a cornerback. I don't believe, have to take the cornerback this high, even though I believe he's a generational talent. Let's see if San Francisco or Tampa Bay would offer us something. Done deal. A first, a third, a fifth, and a seventh for the 49ers, first and second round picks this year. So we're moving down 5 spots. Let's see who the 49ers go with. They go corner, Ellis Robinson the fourth. Let's see who the Jets go with. Yeah, for saying not going right here, that means that the 49ers are set at quarterback, the Jets are set at quarterback, and I'm sure the Titans are set at quarterback too. The cornerback I want, I think I'm going to have to try to trade back up with the Titans to get. So I probably should have just stayed where I was, but I thought it was going to fall a little bit differently than it did. So I thought San would be off the board, and the Titans obviously aren't going to take San. Okay, we'll give them our worst second, but still a second to move up 3 slots. Done deal. So we are on the clock. Let's go to favorites and look at this guy right here. 4-4-1-40. And let me just remind you, he is a corner, a 6'2 corner. He's 21, 6'2, 4-4-1. The broad jump is not great. It got a lot better at his college pro day, but everything else looks very good. Look at all those A's and B's. Welcome to Las Vegas, Leonard Moore. I believe that he has the chance to be generational himself. He is going to be a stud at 6'2", 4'4", We need great corners desperately. Ranked number 2 in true value. So we got number 1 in Jeremiah Smith and number 2 with our cornerback from Notre Dame. Hidden Dev. 92 speed, 95 acceleration, 94 agility, 93 change of direction. Julian Sayin goes to the Browns. Okay, the Bears don't need a quarterback. The Bengals don't need a quarterback. Okay, I mortgaged the rest of our drafts, and the first and second day of next year's draft, but I felt like I had to. Even though Spears and Hubbard are rated ahead of Sammy Brown, if he doesn't work at safety, then I'll move our Will linebacker to safety. But he's 6'2", 235. I know he's more of a linebacker type, but look at that 40, 4.37, 22 reps on the bench, 39-inch vertical. 4.25 20-yard shuttle. Elite everything but strength is solid, even though he did 22 reps and was 4th. All A's, play recognition, pursuit, hit power, block shedding, which would make for a great safety or a will. Welcome to the Raiders, Sammy Brown. Huge get for us, guys. We had to have him. And like I said, he's either going to play the will for us and be amazing, or he'll move to safety. Number 10 in true value, we got him at 18. Hidden Dev. Oh, he's definitely fast enough to play safety. 92 speed. Our second to last pick of the day. We are picking our quarterback of the now, and his name is Dylan Raiola from the University of Nebraska. 6'3", 230 pounds. B-, he was 45th in true value, and you drafted him at 19. Hidden Dev. He had elite throw power, and it's 94. That will work. And he's 21, guys. Look at that speed. 82 speed, 86 acceleration, 85 agility, 84 change of direction, 82 jumping. He'll be able to run when he needs to. But you can't beat the A awareness, the A short accuracy, A medium accuracy, and B deep accuracy. We got our guys. And I know it looks crazy because we have 4 first round picks. I don't like doing that, but we had to get our guys. All right. We have a 7th round pick. All right, Tyson Chavez. Here goes my 25 overall. Oh yeah, 402. I don't think there's 400 dudes in the draft, so that's funny. Could make some errors on the snap. Okay, all he does is long snap. Yes. 84 Jeremiah Smith with Hidden Dev. 82 Leonard Moore. That is huge, guys. Sammy Brown is a 79 at the will. That is almost an 80. That's almost not a generational type player, but that's almost like the top player in the draft. 79? Wow. Raiola is a 74, which Carson Beck was a 70. And I have officially made my lowest draft pick. I thought it was in a different dynasty and it would be the lowest at 25, but I have picked a 24 overall player. So I should get that little bling trophy opposite of Stud Finder. But the rest of the draft guys, we killed it, man. Ooh, Stewart was only a 79 and Simmons was only a 78. So I'm glad I didn't mortgage the future. 77, Jordan Seaton. Thought he'd be better than that. Wow, Ellis Robinson, 79. Ryan Williams, an 80. That's big time. Julian Sand, a 74. Jeremiah Smith and Leonard Moore were the two best prospects in the draft, and we got them both. I'm going to check out our quarterback's development. I know you're not supposed to, but who says you're not supposed to, right? Raiola, a star. Okay, that's better than normal. You got to lead us, man. Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. That's right. You guys might know it better as Blockbuster Stadium. That's what it used to be called. The Raiders come into the game at 1-1, but a breakout opportunity exists for Jeremiah Smith. And there he goes, Jeremiah Smith. So ball at the 4-yard line. Jeremiah Smith with the catch, and he gets in on the crossing pattern. Oh, Raiola just threads the needle and gets that to Jeremiah Smith. Oh, Jeremiah Smith gets by. Oh, and he jukes right into his own man. Oh, that one to Dante Thornton, right? I think it is. The guy with some speed and with some length to him. So Las Vegas with 2 more timeouts. Ooh, and they get it to Mekhi Lemon down the field. Oh, what a thread by Dylan Raiola. They will try to go for 6, and they get it to Mekhi Lemon. So that puts the Raiders up 21-7. So the Raiders with a big 28-10 win over the previously 2-0 Dolphins. So Jeremiah Smith now has X Factor. Welcome to SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. Ex-home of the Las Vegas Raiders at one point. Oh, Mekhi Lemon gets free, and somehow the throw was not on point. It was way behind Lemon, so Lemon had to just basically stop his route and wait for the ball. Oh, Mekhi Lemon just falls down as he is so tired. Yeah, he's out of the game, needing a breather. And they get it to Thornton, the speedster. Can Jeremiah Smith catch this one? He does. Touchdown, Raiders. I didn't know if the safety was going to come over and interfere with that play, but Smith has blazing speed. Oh, Jeremiah Smith, welcome to the NFL. Oh, Lemon wide open for a touchdown. They pressed him, and Lemon, the USC product coming out of that draft, some execs had him as their top receiver, even over Jordan Tyson and Carnell Tate. Oh, and Sadiq gets loose. Kenyon Sadiq. Oh, Thornton Oh, he jukes the guy, and it does enough just to let him get into the end zone for another Raiders touchdown. So a huge win for the Raiders, as the Chargers could have gone to 4-2 and been ever closer to the Raiders, but the Raiders pull off the victory. Raiders fans, we ended the season at 15-2. We have the number 1 seed in the AFC. Raiola almost had 6,000 yards passing, 70% completion percentage, 342 yards per game. Only sacked 33 times, 50 TDs, 7 INTs. If that's not the MVP, I don't know what an MVP is. Genty, even though he only ran 179 times, he ran at a 4.6 yard per carry clip and 15 TDs. Mekhi Lemon was not alone. Jeremiah Smith, the generational wide receiver, had 117 catches, 1,500 yards, and 19 TDs. And if that's not Rookie of the Year, I don't know what is. Dante Thornton Jr., 97 catches, over 1,300 yards, 12 TDs. And Kenyon Sadiq, the second-year player out of Oregon, 76 catches, 855 yards, and 7 TDs, besting his numbers just barely from last year. On defense, Anthony Hill Jr. was a stud. 136 tackles from his Mike position, 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 1 INT, and 4 deflections. Leonard Moore, our rookie cornerback, had 113 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, half a sack, 2 INTs, and 6 deflections. And Devin Bush even threw in 92 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, an INT, and 7 deflections. And then rookie linebacker, who we moved to strong safety, Sammy Brown. Yes, he's a big safety at 6'2", 235, but he had 88 tackles this year, 2 tackles for loss, and 6 pass deflections. Oh, and we had to mortgage a little bit of our future, but we did pick up Antoine Winfield Jr. You know, he's pretty good, so we needed somebody as we struggled about halfway through the season, as we were getting close to the trade deadline, really in last place in pass defense. And I felt like our cornerback room was going to be fine once they just developed, but we needed somebody now. So we picked up the 29-year-old Antoine Winfield Jr. from the Bucks. Jalen Carter, our literally huge pickup in free agency this last offseason, with 13 tackles for loss, 9.5 sacks, 62 tackles. Max Crosby, 74 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, 17.5 sacks. Check out Ua Galele, 74 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 14 sacks from his right edge spot. 14! So in some ways, you have to give some credit to Jalen Carter and say that there were probably double teaming Jalen Carter, and there's no telling that, how many sacks Peter Woods and this guy got from all of those double teams. Only 5 picks, and that's kind of what killed us. Or I don't want to say killed us, but hurt us a little bit. Let's check out the yearly awards. The NFL MVP was Dylan Raiola. Oh, he's only star dev right now. He should be Superstar X Factor. That is amazing. Coach of the Year, Coach Charles Polson, my dad and my hero. Offensive Player of the Year, Jordan Tyson beat out Jeremiah Smith and Dylan Raiola. That's just baloney. Defensive Player of the Year. What did Zach Allen do? Have like 45 sacks? Max Crosby was 5th. So all of these guys had to have like 35, 30, 25. That's crazy. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Jeremiah Smith. Leonard Moore takes home the Defensive Rookie of the Year. And then Sammy Brown finished a distant 8th. Now, doesn't this team look a lot better than the Raiders that we inherited And Colton Miller is nothing special, really. I mean, he is in his overall, but he's just star dev. Miami upset the Baltimore Ravens 14-6. So we take on the 7 seed in our first round matchup. Welcome to Allegiant Stadium, the home of the Raiders, where they will take on the 7 seed, the Miami Dolphins. You notice Raiola is wearing number 15, so he got his number. Genty takes it for about a 15-yard gain. Coach Paulson, in a dangerous move with all of Miami's defense crowding the line, is going to go for it, and Genty picks up the first down. He muscles his way through. Oh, Raiola gets it to Smith. Nice job by Jeremiah Smith. Great throw by Raiola. And he goes Dante Thornton, and he's gone. The speedster. Got one to Michael Mayer. And he gets stopped. No juke moves for rigid tight ends like that. High Lemon, wide open, and he takes the hit and he keeps on going and he gets in. 14-8 is your score, and Genty is carried forward for a few yards, and that is Miami's final timeout. And Michael Mayer, the backup tight end, comes up huge for Las Vegas in this nail-biter of a game. So the Raiders just get by the 7 seed Dolphins and go to 16-2. We will see who they play next time. So here we are at Allegiant Stadium again. The Broncos, in an upset, made it here to Allegiant Stadium. So play action. They get it to Jeremiah Smith. He is tackled by 57, so 81 in motion. And Genty, breaks one off. The 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown. There is no stopping him. Raiola changes a route at the line. And it's Jeremiah Smith. Oh, he does the back juke and it works this time. Some different plays coming up on the roster, on the play sheet, and Genty cuts that one in instead of trying to go fully wide, and he does a great job of getting in the end zone. Oh, they get it to Jeremiah Smith, and he gets in another close one, even though they doubled up the Broncos. They win by 14 in a tightly contested battle. So we are at the Super Bowl week where we will take on the Detroit Lions. The only dev changes were Dylan Raiola, I believe, went from a star to a superstar. Kenyon Sadiq went up to Superstar X Factor and is playing at a 93. I believe Jalen Carter went down from a Superstar X Factor to just Superstar, which is okay. And then Antoine Winfield Jr., I believe, was a Superstar, and he went down to just Star. Our defense got a little bit worse, if you will, but really just development-wise. We were the number 1 seed, and we made it through to the Super Bowl. And the number 1 seed made it to the NFC Championship game, but they lost in a close one to Detroit, 17-13. Here it is, guys. The Super Bowl in 2027. This is why we do the rebuilds. This is why we do our dynasties or franchises, to hopefully make it to the Super Bowl. But more importantly, win the Super Bowl. Raiola is your reigning NFL MVP, but he goes to Genty first. There goes Genty. He back jukes, and it works again. Oh, the ball's thrown away, and Detroit will take over. So that could be a crucial call if this game comes down to a 3-point loss. The Raiders are down 7-0 to Detroit at halftime of the Super Bowl. Mekhi Lemon with catch. And he almost breaks that tackle. Oh, and what a pass by Raiola to Sadiq to pick up a huge first down. Raiders now on the Lions' doorstep. Oh, what a change of direction by Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith gets in for a touchdown on a crosser. So Las Vegas finally puts points on the board. The Raiders are stuck at their own 10-yard line. Genty in a little bit of motion there. They go Mekhi Lemon, and he gets to the 25-yard line, picking up more than enough for a Las Vegas first down. Sadiq, the X factor. It is 3rd and 10. The Raiders desperately need to get at least into field goal range. What moves by Genty? Good blocking, even better running. Oh, Genty. Oh, Genty. So the Lions call a timeout to freeze Carlson. And it doesn't work. The Raiders are going to win the Super Bowl. The Raiders do win the Super Bowl. 10-7 in a defensive epic Super Bowl battle. So all that hard work, all the great offensive players that we picked up, that we added to this team, to Genty and Colton Miller, to getting rid of Brock Bowers, replacing him with Sadiq and other players, and especially the defense. The defensive players that we added around Max Crosby came up big when we needed them most. And let's not heap all the praise on the field goal kicker, but he made the kick when he had to. The Super Bowl winning kick. So I think people are celebrating not only in Las Vegas, but in Oakland and maybe LA as well, as they all have a piece of the Raiders in all of those places, especially Oakland. This goes out to the Oakland Raiders faithful and now the Las Vegas Raiders faithful. I want to thank everybody who watched this dynasty. This was a fun one. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button and that noti bell so you can be notified of anything and everything that I put out. Please smash that like button. It's huge for me. And please leave a comment. I love all comments. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Thank you so much. Know that you're made for a purpose. And I appreciate that you're here. Thank you guys so much. Take care, and we'll talk soon.